Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. I'm so excited today to have a dear friend of mine, Shannon, which I'm going to have her introduce herself in a moment. We're going to talk to you guys about the chakras, what we love about the chakras, what we have discovered about the chakras and essential oils, and how to balance our energies and balance our chakras with essential oils. Hey, Anne, welcome in. And we're going to share with you some really awesome information. We're going to be running a 5-day challenge in September. And this is the broadcast where you get literally all the details of how we're going to run it, what we're going to do, what are we going to focus on, and how you can sign up. So Shannon, I would love for you to introduce yourself and let everybody know. I think most of you guys have no idea, but Shannon is Stories from the Lion's Mane. Who's in the chat all the time. But let us know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Being on Jai's broadcast for the first time. This is pretty exciting. So, Stories from the Lion's Mane. You may know me as that. But other than that, I'm Shannon, and I'm a coach and Reiki and energy healer. And Jai and I were talking about the chakras and the oils, and we thought it would be a great idea to kind of have an introduction and challenge to how the oils can benefit balancing your chakras.
Yes. So the actual, and thank you for introducing yourself, the actual challenge, just to give you the dates right off the bat, is happening September 13th. So in about a month or so, actually. And it's a 5-day challenge where we meet every day in the morning and we talk about essential oils, how to use them, how to work with them. We are both actually wellness advocates for Doterra, and that's where I've literally, these are the oils that I use for my STARSEED essential oil blend line, and they are like the most powerful quality oils that I have ever like experienced or played with or whatever. Now I diffuse oils everywhere, And it's like they have become such a daily part of my life. And something that was inspiring for me when I signed up for doTERRA was that I wanted to share and I wanted to be able to provide with people is to learn how to use the oils, because I think a lot of us have literally no idea. Like, we know how to diffuse them. Like, usually we think aromatherapy, and that's one of the ways to use the oils, but there are so many more ways to use them. And we have been going through, and we are still going through, a really gnarly Leo season. And when we move into Virgo, that's the time to focus on ourselves, on our daily lives. So we thought it was the perfect time to anchor ourselves. And the oils are obviously, they come from Mother Earth, the plants and herbs. And so they connect us to the energy of Mother Earth. And then what better thing to focus on than the chakras? So I wanted to talk a little bit about the chakras, like what they are and what we know about them, what we love about them, and what our experiences with regards to learning about the chakras and all that stuff. I would love, Shannon, for you to share your experience with learning about the chakras. I know that you recently did a Reiki training, and that's very much aligned with the chakras. Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I definitely got more into this learning about the chakras when I was doing Reiki training. And one of the things, even before that, when I had first gone for Reiki, or even before, I would feel out of balance sometimes, like really stuck, and things didn't feel right. There was nothing really wrong other than I felt, really out of balance. And so by learning about the chakras and learning through Reiki and other methods, like how to balance and unblock them and kind of clear them and get them going, that kind of helps for a real, like, more healthy and balanced feeling body. And it's not just, it deals with your emotions as well as your physical body. When you can be either overactive, if the chakra is overactive, then you're kind of really running certain organs, because chakras are connected with certain organs as well. Like, you're running them hard, and that's not good health-wise either. Or when they're really not functioning, if they're underactive or blocked, then it's hard for the energy to flow. You can feel stagnant, you can feel unhappy or depressed. You can experience like physical symptoms of fatigue and things like that. So in learning about the different chakras, and there's going to be the five main chakras that we'll be going over in this challenge. And so, I mean, there's other chakras, but we'll be dealing with the five main ones that start at essentially your root chakra at the base of your spine and in the lower portion of your body, and all the way up through to the crown chakra at the top of your head. So you have the root chakra, the sacral chakra, you have the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. And really what we're looking to do is trying to utilize the oils in a way to help balance whatever may be out of balance for you, so that you can be functioning in a more energetically uplifted way, actually, because really once all that starts flowing, then you start to feel better and you feel lighter and more open.
The amazing thing about the oils is that they activate our senses, and the chakras are also connected with the senses of the body. And hey, babe, and we have a question. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. We'll get to them for sure. And I saw your question. I'll get to that in a moment. But I feel like when you are using, especially your sense of smell, and it, like, you bring it into your body, and then the sense of touch, because we use the essential oils on our body, on our skin, and our bodies, whether you know it or not, or like it or not, your skin absorbs. everything that you put on it. Like there's no getting around that. So if you're using, on a usual basis, like toxic chemicals, like when you clean with cleaners that have toxic chemicals in them, your hands absorb it. So the essential oils are a very, very natural and non-toxic way of bringing the qualities and the essences of those plants and of those herbs on into you, like into your body. And all of the oils, it's amazing. We both, Shannon and I, have these beautiful books that tell you about the connections between the oils and the emotions, between the oils and the chakras, between the oils and just like natural physical body healing, like treatment of like, like itchy skin or whatever, like just things that like there's natural ways of using these that actually help us in a very deep, and to me, it feels like a soulful level, because when we're working with something that comes really in its natural, almost in its natural form, and that's how we use it, that's the closest to me that I can feel like I can get to the earth. And we're going through a crazy, crazy time right now. And so everything is changing. And so one of the things that we can do is help us to stay really grounded. And this is one way to do that. I remember, let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Niesha and Anne and Elixia. Welcome in. Dawn, Alex, Lucia. Oh, I'm so glad, Lucia, that you love this. So we'll talk a little bit about, the details of the challenge in a moment, but I also wanted to share my experience with learning about the chakras. So when I started practicing yoga, which was back in 2008, I think, 2008, 2009, that's when I started. I started practicing yoga way before that, but it wasn't until then that I really started getting into it. Like hardcore, went almost every day to yoga. Soon after starting to practice myself, I right away wanted to do the teacher training. I am a projector in human design, and so I had to study systems. I'm really good at studying systems. Like I'm really quick at getting the system. And once I get it, it's like, yes, I have that bigger perspective that I needed to help me have an individual experience. So basically, I did the teacher training, and that was one of the first times that I was introduced to the chakras. And I was like, what the hell is a chakra? Like most of us have that initial reaction. And the reason is because we're just not taught these things. In ancient civilizations like Atlantis, Lemuria, and even ancient Egypt and the mystery schools, this is like normal knowledge. Like you learn these things as a child. It's the same thing as like, we go to school and we learn math and English and reading. Like in ancient times, the children were taught the chakras and energy centers and meditation and like how to connect to that aspect. So we're just not aware of what they are. That's why we have a lot of resistance sometimes to the talk about energetic things and spiritual things, because it's like we're learning about it for the first time. It's like we're a child. And so I remember having that very powerful experience of connecting with the chakras, doing meditations that helped to balance the chakras. And the more I found out about them, the more that in the end, it's like we're a whole being, body, mind, spirit. And the chakras are energy centers in our bodies that are, yes, there's different centers, and they each activate and express themselves in different ways, whether it's the shadow or the positive expression, but at the same time, it is when you balance all of them together that you really start to embody that fullness, that wholeness of who you are. And what it does is learning about the chakras is learning about your emotions. More than anything else, I think when you learn about what emotions can come up when a certain chakra is, like Shannon said, you're overworking it or you're underworking it, or there's something off balance with it. When you recognize those emotions, what it helps you to understand is the underlying energies behind what's going on in your life. Why do you feel the way you feel? Like if you have a fear of being abandoned or something like that, that would be a root chakra issue.
Right. And there's a lot of things that can come from that as well, like physical. So you may recognize some things that just come on, like a physical manifestation of this imbalanced or overworked, um, or underactive chakra. And that you can feel it emotionally, and it can also present itself physically. But yes, like you were saying, like if you have something going on with your root chakra, you may get like a physical ailment, but then, it could be related to feeling not secure, not safe. As well. So if we're talking about the root chakra, and there's different things you can do to kind of help bring that into balance, but also to recognize what that is so that you could deal with that as part of, your spiritual practice as well. Like get to the root of what's going on in the root.
And the funny thing is that you express that really well, that we have sometimes physical ailments that show up. And when you think about the body and how it works, and something that's underlying that we, like I said, remember we started off talking about the fact that like we just are not aware of this information because we were just never taught it. We are more than just physical. In fact, our physical body is not the main part of who we are. We are more energetic than we are physical, but because we are so ingrained and like almost infused with this third dimension, we tend to think that that's all there is. That all there is what we can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. But it's not, because there's a sixth sense, which is the sense of your sense. You're sensing things, and it's not because you're seeing it. You may be seeing it in your mind's eye. You may be seeing it in an intuitive way. You may be feeling it in an emotional way, but underlying all the physical condition that shows up, and this is something that I studied with Dolores Cannon, the physical ailments are the last resort. The body tells you what's wrong a long time ago. The body knows, like your whole essence, your soul knows everything. And the ailment is you moving away from the balance, away from your center. And so you're going to experience an illness, and that's the last resort. That's like the last way that the body speaks to you. But before that, you can see where, if you go back in time, you can see where the issue started, why it started, what happened. Why is it expressing itself in this way? And the physical is like the concrete way of saying there's definitely something wrong that needs to be, worked on, or, so that's the cool thing about the chakras. Is they're also, one thing we didn't say is that they're connected to parts of the body. So like parts of the body and organs of the body. So like for the root, it would be like the legs. And so if you have anything wrong with your legs, any issues with your legs, that could possibly be related to root chakra issues. Now, we can talk about another example, for example, the heart chakra. When you're feeling a lot of grief, that's definitely, all of emotions are connected to the heart chakra. It's about love and compassion. So that's more of a kind of a deeper essence. And the other one that's a really good example is the throat. When you feel like you can't speak, when you feel like literally there's like a lump in your throat, or your throat feels closed, all of those things can cause these discomforts that are giving you signs. That's the other thing that we don't realize. Like our body is giving us signs. We forget that everything is a sign. Like, oh, pay attention. Here, let me just share this information with you in this way. Hopefully you'll understand it, So there's infinite ways to work with the chakras.
Right. And oils are just one way that I've started working with them as well, just with diffusing, but then other things like putting the oils on my feet or in my body in certain places. Recently, for one, it's like, putting some oils on my throat to help me with my throat chakra and expressing myself. For one, or into my heart, into the heart area, the heart chakra zone. And it's amazing to me sometimes how how that really helps me. But I feel like there's like another connection that I'm getting, which is why I really love using these doTERRA oils in this way, because it's like taking a moment. It's almost like part of a practice, like meditation might be, because you're focusing on yourself for a minute. And when you're deciding which oil to use or how you're going to use it, it's a way to focus and tune into yourself and actually give yourself some of that kind of love and practice into that and making you feel better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. That's a great way to put it. And also, I feel like for me, working with the oils is, it's like ritualistic. And that's another thing that we are not accustomed to. We haven't really learned. But it doesn't mean we can't learn it. It just means we're becoming aware of so many things in the world right now. And I would love to like teach everyone all the tools that I know, to like balance yourself, and eventually you get the hang of it and you start to listen to those little messages that your body and your mind and your spirit and your emotions are sending you. And it becomes a sort of devotional practice to yourself. And that's what I love about the oils.
Right.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about, we're going to do this chakra challenge. We're going to use a specific set of oils that we have chosen. And I'll answer the question of what is doTERRA here. So doTERRA is a company that creates these essential oil, pure essential oils, and also blends of different types of essential oils. We love to use, the oils for diffusing, to use them. Sometimes you can take some of them internally, like you can put them in drinks, in your food, you can cook with them. I mean, it's really powerful stuff. You can use them on your body. You can use them on your hair. You can use them in the shower, you can use them on your face, like as facial treatments. You can really you can use them for cleaning, household cleaning, because honestly, like they use these things for household cleaners, except they put all this toxic stuff in them. You get to use just the oils. Like I make my own cleaner, right? To clean my countertops and things like that. And literally it's like lemon, wild orange, and the On Guard blend that doTERRA has. And it's like the most amazing, because then everything smells really good. And when things smell good, when the atmosphere makes a big deal too. I'm just giving you examples of all the different ways that you can use the oils. The last challenge that we did, we talked about using, there was different ways of using the oils, and it was learning about how to balance ourselves as well, and emotionally as well. But we taught you how to use the oils in your laundry. We taught you how to use them topically. We taught you how to use them in drinks, everything that I just mentioned. This challenge that we're going to do is going to be very similar, except there's going to be a whole new set of oils, some of them the same, some of them different than the last challenge we did in July. But this is focusing on the chakras. And so every single day, we're going to focus on a different chakra. So we're going to focus on the root chakra on day 1. We're going to focus on the sacral chakra on day 2. We're going to focus on the solar plexus on day 3, the heart on day 4, and then day 5 will be like the throat, but then I'm adding in the third eye and the crown chakra. So there's 7 total chakras. And each of those days, we're going to meet live in a Zoom meeting, and we're going to share with you guys all the information about the oil that we're using for that day. What are we doing with that oil? How we're going to experience it, and then share with each other what was our experience of using that oil. And so you not just get these amazing oils, you actually get to learn how to use them, which is the whole point. And when you start to use them, I want you to share with us, Shannon, what is your experience of, and then I'll share mine, starting to use them on a daily basis. What has changed for you after you started using these oils?
I think mostly it's just kind of is like, wow, I can use them in so many different ways, because I just would diffuse them. But actually, it's like I always have the diffuser going, and just the energy in my environment, there's a lot to be said for that. I think just for the energy in your environment and kind of cleaning that up to make the energy flow a little bit better, just within your environment, but for yourself. But I'm just finding that there's so many different ways that I can use them. Like I shared with you in the group recently, it's like I've started running again because I have to train for a race. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can do more than just the deep blue rub, right? Or the deep blue and coconut oil. I started using the peppermint oil on my hands before I go for a run and inhaling that to open up the airways so that I breathe easier and run more efficiently when I'm running. But then I also figured there's got to be something else that like I can do. I just had this idea, like I'm going to put a dryer sheet with some drops of Purify on it in my shoes to kind of help deodorize and keep them fresh because I'm having to run every day. So that can get pretty gross with your sneakers. So it's just like, it's just eye-opening how you can do it. And you know what I also feel when I do that is then when I put my shoes on the next day, I get a nice little tingle that kind of like wakes my feet up before I go for a run. It's really invigorating, helps me to get out the door.
I freaking love that. Yeah, I love that. And the truth is that you can also put the oils on the bottoms of your feet. And one of these days, we're going to do a whole challenge on a special like protocol that you can use. It's called the Symphony of the Cells. We're going to share with you how to use this protocol. It's basically using a combination of oils that have a specific effect on the spine and on the bottoms of the feet. And it is amazing because in the bottoms of the feet, it's almost like a reflexology type of thing. The bottoms of the feet are a big deal. We don't know that, but they're a big deal. And you can put the oils on the bottoms of your feet to really absorb that energy like into your body. So I'm excited about that as well. What I have noticed in my life, what has changed for me is that I actually feel happier. I swear to God, like it's so weird. I diffuse in my bedroom when I go to bed at night. I diffuse the adaptive blend because that one is just amazing. I love grapefruit too for diffusing, but I put that adaptive in the diffuser and all night it smells amazing. And the oils are meant to activate your senses in a way that like help you align and balance yourself. That's what they're for. After I clean the house, I diffuse like even sage oil because sage is very good for clearing the energies. At this new place that I'm living at, they actually don't allow any candles or things like that. And it's totally understandable. So having the diffuser and then the sage oil, it's the same thing, same effect. And so that's like another way of, me clearing the energy. I diffuse when I'm working with the oils, when I'm creating my blends, and I just feel amazing. And then the other ways that I've been using them, I mean, seriously, all the time, like I love the rollers. Because I use them like on my wrist, behind my ears. Like you can use them as perfume. It's like natural. You smell like flowers. It's like really amazing. And also I've been using it on my hair. I've been using it like in my lotion. So there's just like tons and tons of ways. I put them in my Purium drinks every morning, my green drinks every morning. I use the lemon in my water, the lemon oil. I use the other ones to cook with, like the oregano oil and stuff like that. I mean, it's really cool stuff that you can do with it. They're so versatile. So that's what has changed for me is I literally, like, if I could describe it, is like, I just feel happier. Like, I just feel like more connected to the earth, and we're so distanced, like we're not like, we don't live outside, like in the jungle, anymore. So like we're very distant from earth. And I think this gives us a sense of coming back to that essence. And it's such a feminine experience for me. It's like the sacred divine feminine like awakens in some way, like the alchemist in me, the goddess, the high priestess in me wakes up when I use the oils. And so this is something that I know I'm going to be using for the rest of my life. I don't know why I waited so long to actually officially like get like this involved in it, but it just feels amazing. I want to answer one question. If we have a book that we recommend on the topic, do you happen to have the Essential Emotions book next to you?
I do. Hold on.
Yeah, so Shannon can show it to you guys because that's the one that I would recommend. You can find it on oillife.com.
Essential Emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that very well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one. Then I started looking at this one, the Chakra Wellness Guide. And then the other one you mentioned was Symphony of Cells.
Yes. So all of those are found on it's oillife.com, I believe. And I also use this one. It's called Gifts of the Essential Oils. It's a pretty big hardcover book. It's really cool, and it's got some astrology stuff in here too, and that's my favorite. Like combining the essential oils with astrology is actually so cool. So that's basically what we're going to be focusing on for the challenge that we're going to be doing. And the other thing is that there is some astrological significance. That's a really good segue. There's some astrological significance to what we're going to be seeing when we're doing this challenge. So we will see a new moon in Virgo on September 6th. So about a week before we start, we'll see that new moon in Virgo. And Virgo season is all about, if you think about what it rules the 6th house, which is the house of work, being in the present moment, anchoring the light, channeling the divine into this third dimension, staying present here. These are perfect energies for and daily routines and daily schedules. So if there was any season astrologically in the year that is the best for starting a new routine, it is Virgo season. Like that Virgo energy will help you like get the details down, get your schedule, get your lists, like, and then just get things done. It is like that. It's working. It's the house of work. So like, it's like every day, every moment, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So this new moon in Virgo is going to be about setting intentions for new habits and new routines that you can do on a daily basis. So this is us combining with this energy and working with it to learn new ways to work with essential oils in this specific challenge to balance our chakras. So a week, right? I think the day we finish, I'm trying to remember if it's the 13th, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so like 3 days after we finish, there's a full moon in Pisces. So we're doing our challenge right in between the new and the full moon in Virgo season, which is a time where the moon is waning crescent, where you set your intentions, you plant the seeds, and you start to work on those seeds that you planted, those intentions that you planted. And then when we get to that full moon in Pisces, it's the celebration. Like, look at how much we got done. Like, look at what we did. Look at what we manifested, because Virgo season is also about manifesting. So we start with this beautiful new moon in Virgo, which asks us to focus on the physical, right? The things that we can see, touch, hear, smell, the oils. And then we end it with a full moon in Pisces, which means we have that the Pisces is the enlightenment, the spiritual energy, the activation, the divine, our chakras, our energetic bodies aligned, right? Ascension. So we end with this beautiful full moon in Pisces, which is the spiritual culmination of our journey that began here in the physical and really ended in the spiritual. So it's going to be such a powerful time to work on this and to work on the chakras, because it's the chakras merge the duality of Pisces and Virgo together. I mean, I don't know if you realize that. If Pisces is the divine, it basically God, and Virgo is the physical, the divine within us. The chakras, yeah, exactly. The
like that.
They literally blend the two together. The chakras are aligned with physical parts of our body, physical organs. They're also aligned with emotions, which are on the energetic realm. And then with the higher centers, with our own divinity. So our connection to the divine. So Yeah, I think it's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful time to do this together.
Yeah, I think also like with Virgo being an earth sign and using the essential oils, and these are so pure, these oils, and kind of bringing in that earth component into that season as this activity. But then also with a lot of our focus in this area is to be balancing your chakras. And with that, your emotional state, which is Pisces, right? The water. So it's like bringing it all together at this perfect time.
I love that. I love that. So that is, I mean, basically, everything that we wanted to share with you guys. I do want to tell you, how can you sign up for the challenge and all of those details. But we really wanted to talk about what really excites us about this this journey that we're going to be taking. There's a question here in the chat: is there a difference between the oil you can take internally and the one you use externally? Yes. So you have to always look at the labels. They will tell you the instructions. If you can take it internally, it will say like 2 drops in your water or whatever. For internal, or what does it say? I can't remember what the ones that have the basically it just
ingestible or internal use.
Yeah, exactly. And then it'll tell you when it's just for diffusing. I think the difference is when you blend oils together, they don't necessarily become able to digest, because there's a lot of sensitivities also that can happen with using essential oils because they are so pure. That's why most essential oils are diluted. The ones you get from Doterra are actually pure. So we dilute them ourselves and then use them. And so we teach you how to use them. But always look at the label. I think the difference is like how pure is it and how safe is it to take internally. The same way as anything else that you find out there in the world of using things on your body. But that is, that's what we want to talk about. And I want to show you now how to sign up. There's a link in the description of this video. When you click on it, it says sign up for our 5-day chakra balancing essential oil challenge. Starts September 13th. And there's a little link. When you click on that link, I'm going to do a little screen share here. So this is what pops up. And it says 5-day essential oil challenge, chakra balancing. Virgo season is just around the corner. This season calls us to focus on our daily lives, to focus on being present here in the moment, and to anchor the light into this 3-dimensional reality. I talk about the astrology a little bit here. I tell you when it begins, and then I share with you the oils that we're actually going to be using. So we're going to be using a blend called Doterra Balance. We're also going to be using lavender essential oil, peppermint essential oil, tea tree essential oil, wild orange, Doterra Aroma Touch blend, Doterra Deep Blue blend, and Doterra On Guard blend, and a pilot diffuser, which is basically a diffuser that you can literally take with you anywhere. It's cordless, so you can charge it up. It has an internal battery. It gets charged up, and then you take it with you. I don't even have mine in front of me, but you take it with you wherever you go. So like at the airport, on the airplane, in your car is a great way to use it. So you bring the essences of the oils to the car. So we're going to be using that pilot diffuser, which is super, super affordable. I think it's only like $37 or something. But those are the oils that we're going to be using specifically for this challenge. And so there's 2 options to sign up for the actual challenge. The option is if you, we're using the Doterra oils, and we have picked a very specific kit called the Aroma Touch Technique Kit. It comes with all of those oils that I just mentioned, and then it also comes with fractionated coconut oil. And one of the things that we're going to be doing for this training is our own little roller bottle. We're going to be making our own roller bottle with the fractionated oil. We're going to show you how to literally do these blends yourself. which is like a priceless thing that you get to learn. So the first option is if you're a new customer to Doterra. And the second option is if you're already a customer to Doterra. So if you're a new customer, once you enter, your information here, your name, email, and your shipping address. And the reason we need your shipping address is because we are actually going to be giving you a blue roller bottle, and we'll show it in a moment once I switch screens again, but a blue roller bottle that we're going to use during the training or during the challenge to make that blend that we're going to be talking about. So we're going to give you the roller bottle if it's your very first time signing up for these oils. And if you've done this before, all you need to do is just purchase the little bottle from me. Hello, Don. Purchase the little bottle, and then I'll send it to you as well. So that's it. It's literally that easy. Let me switch back to both of us on the screen. So it's literally that easy. Do you have the little blue roller bottle in front of you?
Yes, I've got.
They're so beautiful.
Right here. They're so pretty. They're like a bluish aqua green. Yeah, so it comes with the roller in there. So you'll just pop that off, and you'll receive this, and you'll fill it during one of our activities during the challenge. So you'll get that to use as well.
Yeah. So it's super, super simple to join this challenge. And there's a link to if you're already a Doterra customer. So basically, if you did the challenge with us last time, please join us for this one too. And you'll basically need that list of oils, which you can get, by logging into your account and just getting those specific oils that I mentioned. And then buying the blue roller bottle from me, which it's only like $5. So plus the shipping. But basically, like, it is going to be such, like, I really, really hope that you guys can all join us for this. Anne says, I actually bought some of those after our last. I love that. Cool. She already has it. Very, very cool. So if you've done the challenge with us before, then send me a message. Let's get you officially kind of registered. It really just a matter of me like adding your email, to the list so that you are included in the emails. But if you're new, like, please join us. This is going to be such a beautiful experience. This is a little bit like, I'm doing a mini soul healing retreat that I've been kind of announcing on the 23rd. This is a little bit like that, except you get to use these amazing products, which I recommend for everyone. Like, kids can use them, adults can use them, like men, women, like there's no, like, even I've made roller bottles for my husband. And he just like loves them, and he uses them like, cause he's on the road all the time. But this is just something that I feel like we really need to know more of in general in our world. This is part of the mystery schools. Essential oils were used in the ancient mystery schools of Egypt. And this is us like teaching you guys literally. This is part of the mystery schools. So excited for that. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat now. Or feel free to put them in the comments if you're watching the replay, because I always watch my comments. And so you can click on there. And then if you want to sign up for this, and if you're going to use the link in the description, when you get your email, because you'll get this confirmation email, I will ask you guys to click on Shannon's name. So make sure that you guys click on Shannon's name if you're signing up by watching this video. Just do that for me. That will be awesome. Dawn says, I can't wait for that. Yeah, I know. I can't wait for it either.
The other thing that we're going to do, other than for the new people who are signing up to Doterra, there's also, other than the blue roller bottle that we'll be using through the course of this, I'm going to be putting together a custom blend for the 7 chakras.
That's right.
So I'll be doing a little sample size of that each person.
Everyone will get that sample. Yeah. So she's creating a chakra blend, and we're going to send you a little bottle, a sample bottle of it, so that you can have that as well to use. They're amazing. Let me show you how freaking cute these little sample bottles are. They're so cute. Oh my God. So you're going to get one of these too with the chakra blend, and you can like put it on your wrist and like rub the wrist together or behind the ears, all that good stuff. So everybody gets a little gift for joining us for this powerful challenge. And I also wanted to say one thing that's not really related. I actually reactivated. I started a whole new account on Instagram. So for those of you that are on Instagram, at Channel for Grace, if you want to join me again, I left for a while. I took a break for like 6 months, and then in the last few days, actually in the last month or so, I have been really feeling like it's almost like, you know, how like my spirit guides speak to me in many, many ways. I have been like, they've been telling me like, you got to get back on Instagram for some reason. So I'm going to trust that. And there I am again at Channel for Grace. And I'll be posting some pretty awesome stuff and maybe going live every once in a while. Who knows? But yes, hello, Valerie. Welcome in. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And yeah, we hope to see you at the challenge. We hope that you will sign up, and we hope that you guys have a great week. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Oh, and Dawn asked if the Reiki is going to be kind of infused into this chakra healing practice. Well, we're going to have lots of different practices, but we are going to go over the different chakras. So being able to recognize it, you'll be able to look into that chakra yourself with using the oils, as well as kind of that practice, because you know, to be honest, everybody can do Reiki on themselves. Everybody has access to this power. So this is one way to help heal your chakras yourself, and pay attention to the messages that are coming through when we're going over each chakra. So for sure, it's going to be infused.
Yeah, I love that. That's such a sweet question. So thank you guys for all the questions. Thank you guys for being here, watching this. Thank you for watching live, and thank you for watching the replay. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. Sat Nam.
Yeah, thank you.